Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker by far is the most important film by Disney and Lucasfilm, as not only does it just wrap up the entire sequel trilogy, but also the entire Skywalker saga that was started by George Lucas back in 1977. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 that a lot of fans are very excited about is, of course, the fact that George Lucas is involved with this movie. In fact, he directed and wrote a lot of scenes for The Rise of Skywalker. One of the main reasons because of this is because Disney and Lucasfilm needed to feel very confident in this movie in order to really have George Lucas and his presence on set to really bring in some scenes related to the characters of Luke, Palpatine, Rey, Kylo Ren, you name it, and even among other aspects of the film as well. Now, with that being said, I'm sure that you guys are very well aware about the reshoots that took place during the months of August, September, and of course just late last month, October, is where it all ended, where they are now in the final phase of post-production. So basically the movie is nearly complete. We are getting closer to the official release of this movie. We are now literally just a little over 1 month away from the release of this film. You know, we only got 48 days to go until the release of The Rise of Skywalker, and a lot of fans are very intrigued about this. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been talking about this film for quite a long time now, I will say, and that when we look at George Lucas, what's really unfortunate about Disney and Lucasfilm is that, of course, throughout the reshoots, one of the major scenes that were actually created by George have been removed by Disney. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about this is that it's explained that during the reshoots of the film, during the months of August, September, and October, is when many adjustments were being made to the second and third acts of the film, where it's explained that during the change, many story elements were shifted in order to match scenes that are placed earlier within the film. It's explained that during the major change by Disney is that one of the most important scenes by George Lucas that he had shot was changed for The Rise of Skywalker that would offer a look at a brand new Jedi Academy on the world of Tatooine. It's explained that this scene was to be used as the original ending of the film that was directed by George Lucas, and that the new Jedi Academy would appear similar to how it appeared by the original George Lucas approved first Jedi Temple design. It's explained that the Jedi Temple would oversee the Lars homestead as our heroes look out to a binary sunset with the silhouette of the Jedi Academy in the distance that would have served as an epilogue taking place some years later after the events of the ending of the movie. It said that this was changed due to Disney testing with 6 different endings for the film that would best fit the story, and that George Lucas did this particular scene for the film. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, in case you guys did not know, I'm sure that you may have heard about this as well, is that Disney actually tested 6 different endings for The Rise of Skywalker. We are talking about the last and final frames of the movie, the final frames of the actual film. Kind of think about the celebration on Endor, right? Those are the final frames of Return of the Jedi, whereas in this scenario, that's exactly what Disney was testing with. 6 different endings that would best fit the story. Now, due to reshoots and due to all the adjustments, this big scene that was actually directed by George Lucas and put together by George has been removed by Disney and Lucasfilm in replacement of something similar, yet something different at the same exact time, which could very well give us a huge hint that the ending will in fact take place on the world of Tatooine after all. Now, like I say, this also connects to the Lars Homestead set that was actually said to be used over at Pinewood Studios some months ago, around 6 to 7 months ago. We actually heard about that, and we talked about that as well. Now, when we look at Episode 9 as a film, this really is very important for J.J. Abrams to really knock it out of the park and to really make it a satisfying experience for a lot of Star Wars fans around the world. You know, whether you're a new fan or a casual fan or a hardcore fan alike, this movie needs to deliver in order to make it a true experience. Now, George Lucas, you know, it's very unfortunate that this scene did not make the final cut of the movie. Kind of getting a little glimpse at the new Jedi Academy and a look at the actual Jedi Temple now placed on the world of Tatooine. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that actually sounds right. That actually sounds like it would have worked out perfectly. If you guys disagree, that it's perfectly fine. I know that everybody has their own opinion and all, and everybody's going to have their own visions of things. But in my point of view, I think that a temple on Tatooine not only is a great way to honor the Skywalker legacy, because of where the Skywalkers were born, but it's also a great way to really just continue the Jedi legacy on forward on such a familiar world of the Skywalker saga that so many fans love and adore. So Disney and Lucasfilm, like I say, testing out 6 different endings. Does that really show or support that Disney doesn't really know what they're doing with the ending of Episode 9? It's possible. You know, it really is a lot of pressure on them because, after all, this is a historical movie. This is something 40 plus years in the making, you know, ever since the release of Return of the Jedi back in the 80s. So you can only imagine what's going through J.J. Abrams' mind as we speak. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.